All right, what's up, guys? We're starting just kind of like a garage chill and talk. Today, I got my special guest, Ryan. Just talking autocross stuff, car stuff, kind of see where this takes us. What car do you drive?
I drive a 2015 Race Red Mustang GT. I've had it for about 2 years now.
2 years. Race red.
Race Red. That's
Okay,
what Ford
I like
calls
that.
it.
That's race.
I mean, to be fair, it's a pretty red car.
It is a red car. It is not your typical red color.
No, it's sticking out.
It's poppy. It's poppy.
Yeah.
How did you end up with the car then?
So my grandpa got it in 2015. Like, it was basically brand new. He was a second owner, from my understanding, and it used to be, I want to say, you can cut this part out if you want, but I think it used to be a drug running car down in Texas.
Okay.
So like it was repoed, and so because of that, because the car was basically taken from the first owner because they didn't like pay it all the way off, it now had like something with it where they couldn't have it at like MSRP anymore, right?
Okay.
So that's at least what my grandpa told me.
Yeah.
I haven't looked into the history of the vehicle, though. It would be, I should sometime.
Yeah. Or just leave it unknown so that like you could just tell everyone that. And, like, you're
Right.
not lying if you
I'm
don't
not
actually
lying.
know
I
if
don't
it's
know.
true or not. It's like
Right.
that's what I was told.
Maybe I'm going with that route. But anyways, so then my grandpa ended up passing away March 2024. And I remember like being in the hospital, I'm like, dude, you better put insurance on that car, because when it was my 15th birthday in 2015, we did like a big ass burnout.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, smoke was getting in the cab of the car. I'm like, the road, we saw the road, now we can't.
Yeah.
One of those burnouts. And we just took off like a bat out of hell. It was awesome. It was just like all season 235s.
Yeah.
And I mean, he could
Easier
drive.
to roast.
Yeah, I mean, we went like 135. I'm like, and that point was like it. I'm like, I love cars.
Yeah.
This Mustang's sick.
That was so you were like 15 when you got into cars then?
15 when I like had an interest, like starting to develop, right?
Yeah.
So 2024, I told him like, hey, I want to take you for a ride in the
Okay.
Mustang. It's like, if this is like the last chance of life,
Yep.
Build one last good memory.
For sure.
Didn't get to do that. So now like when I go to Autocross, I'm wearing the ring. Sorry, I guess I skipped the answer there. I got it after he passed. Worked out a deal with my grandma. Done deal.
Yep.
Fully paid off.
Okay.
So
that's cool. That's cool all around. I love full circle like moments like that. Like I grew up with like my great grandpa being really close. We lived with them for like 5 years before he passed away. So I totally connect with stuff like that.
Right.
Experience. I had a 1998 Z3. It was my first car I ever learned to stick in.
That's sweet,
and like
dude.
I remember like thinking it was so cool. I was banging gears in it with him, and it took him like, it's a low car. Like, I mean,
oh
it's
dude,
low.
yes.
And like my grandpa's just this old little guy, like bigger belly on him though. But I remember him trying to get out, and he's like, or getting in, and he just like falls in. He's like, well, I don't know if I can get out. It's like, well, you're gonna have to. I might have to help you. So I love stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah. It was. Because my grandpa wasn't like super mobile either, so I would have had to probably help him back.
Well, thankfully the Mustang is a little bit easier to get in and out.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, his daily driver is like a F-150, right?
Was it? Yeah.
So he's like, all right, just climb up in this.
Yeah, it's a lot easier.
Yeah, I mean, over how many years? 2015 to 2024, he only put 6,000 miles on it.
That's
so
wild.
Yeah, so I bought the car at 12,500 miles.
How many are on it now?
33.
I've
driven it. I love driving that car too.
Yeah. I think I got this with 103,000, and then it's at 112,000 now. And if most of you guys know, I beat on this thing.
Oh yeah, those are hard miles.
It. Like it is autocross. Like I had a truck and trailer at one time, so like I was just bringing it out to there. Then on top of that, like, when I got hooked on autocross, that was all I wanted to do with it. It was supposed to be a show car. It's not a show car. It's pretty and it's nice. Don't get me wrong, but
the
like,
paint's really nice.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. But at the same time, like, all those miles I've driven have been hard miles. But that's why we have cars to drive.
Yes,
like that's the best part, getting to experience them. And every car is different. Even when you let me drive your car, I thought it was going to be something that was a little more similar to what I'm used to, but it was a whole nother realm again.
It's fat. It's a fat, heavy car.
And not having the tires that I'm used to, not having the suspension, like all those different aspects change the car but make it unique. And I really enjoyed that aspect of every single car. Because whether you like a car or don't like it, it's still unique in its own way.
Right.
And you have to adjust your driving style, get used to things that are different, tires. Especially, like, what were your tire sizes?
They were like, what was I running? I was running at the beginning of the year, I was running 255s, 285s.
255, 285.
Yeah.
Okay, so you had a little bit more meat in the rear.
Yeah.
I just remember, but I also drove it after Emery, like hot lapped your car, and then
Yes.
I just jumped right into it. And
you're like, oh, it's greasy.
She was a little greasy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I keep looking back. I mean, I made the montage, right?
Yep.
And I threw in Emery's clip. Any cornering he does, he just gets the wheels to chirp just a tiny bit.
Yeah.
Just like, I don't know how someone who's never driven like my setup.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he's driven my generation of Mustang, but I mean, I know he's a crazy driver, but just he gets in and he instantly knows like the threshold of traction.
Yeah.
And like, that's insane to me.
The cool aspect that like he's mentioned to me before is like listening to the tire squeal, like learning the limit of it that way. It's something that like I didn't fully grasp when he was talking to me about it, but doing the racing simulator and learning the left foot brake, I started to listen to the audio a lot more, and it gave me that feedback, starting to learn that limit. But obviously changing stuff all the time, whether it's your tires, your suspension setup, sway bars, different stuff like that, like it's going to probably change that input a little bit that you have to give to hear it or to not hear it, and what's that limit and how long does it last and what does it sound like. But it makes it where it's cool. Once again, it circles back to what things can you take from somebody driving your car to actually applying it to yourself, and like, does it help? Does it not help? Because everybody's different. What I tell you might not work, but I can go tell somebody else the same thing and it might work. So it's that cool, unique aspect of people and cars.
Yeah. I remember Drew was posting, or it was you, Drew, someone's post talking about like doing the Iowa region SCCA novice videos, like what is autocross, right? And it's like, what would be tips you give to a beginner? And I made a comment saying, oh, just ask many questions to as many people as you can, even if they're the same questions, because one person's answer might not click with you.
Exactly.
And then you don't want to feel like you're just forced to accept that as the answer, even if it doesn't, if you can't apply someone's answer to your driving style or that day or the next, whatever, ask someone else.
Yep. And the part that I love about that, like, I'm a personal trainer, I coach at a gym. When I'm coaching somebody how to do a new movement, I don't just explain it one way. I try to explain the same thing that I want them to do 12 different ways. Because maybe the first one doesn't kind of work or doesn't work at all. Maybe the second one, maybe it just changes it just a little bit. But then you got to keep adding and adding and adding until they start to figure it out. And then as you give those inputs, I tell you one thing, but it really doesn't work. Forget that. Get rid of it. Let's move on to another one. Yep. And that's something I'm really excited about with being the novice instructor this year. Like using that skill set that I have in that sense to like explain things differently to each person and see how they take that and apply it to their driving. Whether it's something that I really like is just like thinking about like your hands or your feet. It's one or the other, just to kind of simplify in the beginning. Being too aggressive with inputs or too slow. And it's just kind of
I've definitely
with all experience. I mean, in the beginning, like my 3, like it was already a cool fast car from the beginning, and like trying to learn to trust the car that it can do more than what I can do, and realizing like I have a long ways to go even now to drive the car as fast as it can actually go. But it's not always the faster, jerkier you do the movements, the better it is. Like there's a smoothness to it. There's rhythm to it. There's that hand-eye, foot coordination between everything, where you're looking, what you're thinking about, what you're doing between 2 different feet if you're left foot braking. If you have to shift, it just adds all these different inputs. But we're just circling back to like every car is unique. Every person is unique. The way it's instructed should be unique. And hopefully I can apply that to each person. I think like even just with you, I think you've had a great experience of having a bunch of different people tell you different things, and you just absorb what works for you. And I think that's what makes you a better driver. So what class is the Mustang in then?
Mustang, it started out in F Street. When I joined, it only had exhaust, catback exhaust. And then I did some sway bar upgrades and then some subframe stiffening components. And now we're in Cam C. I don't know if I regret that choice yet, because Cam C or S is a very expensive class to be in. Like if you want to go compete on a national level and even have a fighting chance, I mean, you're probably looking at like mean, you can cheap out on a lot of parts, but like my thing is like I'm gonna be like Jim in our region, right? Which for those that don't know is an older guy who's been autocrossing for the same car for 40. I think I heard 40 years.
A long time.
Yeah, he's been through numerous motors in that car. And it's like I want to be like that with the Mustang. So my parts might not be financially sensible, but I'm like I'm not just gonna buy a cheap $200 part. If there's something I know that will last longer, perform better for $1,000. Like,
and shout out right now to Penguin Garage for kind of taking care of really both of us at times.
Yeah, no kidding.
I know I would not be the driver I am today without the help of Drew and Penguin Garage in general. But with that, how long have you been autocrossing for?
So my first event was like September 2024. And then I did the October one to close out the season. Then 2025 was my first full year. So really only 1 year. But I went to Iowa region. I went to Great River region. So it's like I was just trying to get as much seat time as possible. And just like, do the thing.
And I think that's like us people that get hooked right away.
Right.
That's what we do.
It's like you get right.
Like I was doing the same thing. I was going to Iowa region. DMVR had a couple more locations, and I went to some of their events. Then GRR, I was like on top of it. I feel like I was autocrossing every weekend.
That's the dream, dude.
And it's amazing. It's amazing. I love the people aspect. Competing against different drivers, different cars.
Even just seeing different drivers in different regions, right? Because it's like, oh, here comes Drew with his GR Corolla. He's gonna come mop the floor. Then Dostal in the Tesla. It's like, not beating his time today. But when you go to a new region, you're like, okay, who's going to be like the person to beat, right?
And it's cool because you get like different styling of courses too, because all our parking lot layouts are different, quote unquote. Whether it's the airport strip, Hawkeye Tech and Waterloo, the Vibrant Arena for GRR. DMVR used to have Adventureland. And that was between
I did hear about that.
two parking lots. That was super cool. I had a lot of fun with that.
That would be so fun. Then didn't they get bought out like Adventureland?
Yeah, that's a whole other topic. That's a bummer for everybody. So what was the moment that got you hooked on autocross?
What was the moment? I think just what was it? I think just being able to do something that allows me to push the car in ways that I just wouldn't have the balls to on the street, right? Because it's like when you buy a sports car for the first time, you're going to drive it like you're nannying the thing. And then you're like, oh, straight line, no one's here. Slam the gas, right? You're like, this is sick. But to experience a different kind of fun with a car, like to me, 0-60, it's fun, or 60 to 130, whatever you want to do with it. That's fun, but you do that so many times, like it's just the same thing every time. But when you are doing different tracks, the same venue, just slightly different, you're like, this is sick. I can come here. I love this. It's going to be different every time. Especially like Waterloo. You have so much real estate there. You can kind of set up in different ways. Granted, airport, you're on an airstrip, so not much to do there.
We got all the rough patches and stuff.
Then Hawkeye Downs, that's just fun because you get to go fast. It's like a higher speed autocross. So it's like in our region, there's always like something to be looking forward to. Like if you want something just narrow and you have to be more intricate, Iowa City. If you want more high speed autocross, you have Hawkeye Downs. And if you want just a total mixed bag of you show up,
it just depends on who designs the course at Hawkeye Tech is what it is.
Right. So it's like there's all these different options. I think like just not knowing what you're going to be doing, but you're just going to be driving the hell out of your car. I think that's like what really
and not getting in trouble.
Right.
Like
you can spin out and it doesn't matter.
Correct.
Granted, all right, if Drew listens to this, I didn't say this, but even if you smoke the timing lights, like
I don't know who's done that.
I've been close this year a handful of times. But generally they keep them pretty.
At least you didn't do it at a national event.
I did not do it at
because that's a lot less fun.
That is
not that I know, but that's a lot less fun.
Don't do that. That would really suck. Because I mean, they send cars pretty close.
I think there was 3 cars on course when I hit the timing light. So I think his name was Mark Hill. Very competitive, very fast. He's an Evo driver.
You guys were in the same class?
Yeah, in STU or BST.
Gotcha. Okay.
Advani was there, and then there's one other guy. But I was right next to Mark Hill, and like I stopped, like super bummed to myself, took a moment in the car, and then got out. And I was like, "Hey, do you need anything? I know I messed up the run." He's like, "No, like I'm good." He's like, "Maybe a zip tie." I was like, "Sorry, I don't have zip ties." I was like, I don't know. If you need anything else, let me know, like my sprayer or whatever." And then I went over to Advani. I'm pretty sure Advani said he messed up his run anyways, so I was helping him out. So it kind of worked out for that aspect. And then I can't remember. I think there was one more person, or it might have just been the three of us. But either way, like I was super concerned, but everybody's really cool about it. Had to fill out a report for it and whatever. But then I ended up taking like a second and a half off my next run.
Nice.
I just kind of like full sent it and tried to take that spot a little bit better and not spin. But I remember like the announcer like saying like, "Oh yeah, those M3 drivers are normally pretty good, but Skyler happened to spin and hit the timing." And I was just like,
back at you.
Yeah, but it ended up being pretty good. So
that's good.
So more questions. What's one piece of advice that you would give to somebody starting autocross?
One piece of advice. I've got a lot of different advices, even though I've only been in it 1 year. But I'd say the first thing is, so are we answering this question assuming like this is a first event for somebody?
Yeah, I think what I want to do with this question is like compile that information.
Gotcha.
Like give people to review. Maybe we throw clips together or whatever.
Yeah.
And just pile it up.
Yeah, I think probably the first piece of advice I would give someone is to walk the course as many times as you can before they say, "Hey, driver's meeting." Yeah. Go get your car teched, go get all the loose items out, and walk it as many times as you can. Hell, even better, bring like a pen or pencil and just like a piece of paper and just kind of like draw it as you're walking. Yeah. And then that way, when it's not your run and you're just like, if it's Iowa City, like, dude, you can look out in that sea of cones, nothing makes sense after like the first four gates, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And
it's overwhelming in the beginning. Right. It really is. So walking the course that many times.
Walking the course and like having like a map of it in your hand, like because it's like, people have like data loggers like Advani or Weagle, or I do now with the Draggy, right? Yeah. So to people who don't have like, moderately expensive tech at their disposal.
Well, especially being a novice, you're not going
right. You're not going to have
it to it, have a good time.
Right. This is just all stuff you could get. Like if you're like, oh, I want to be
more serious.
I want to be like Ryan and Skyler in autocross all the time, right?
Yeah.
It's like you can get more stuff that helps with this kind of thing. But starting out, like, draw it out. Yeah. Because if you can, I think it helps with hand-eye coordination too. Like you're like, okay, so like if you have like an offset slalom and you're just saying, hey, here's my entries on the right, and then my exits on the right too. Just like remembering things like that, and just being able to look at that while you're still like 10 cars out from your run. You're just looking at that. You're like, okay, and you're just kind of like doing whatever, moving through it. Yeah. I think that helps a lot.
Yeah, for sure. That's something that like when I initially joined autocross, I was with like a friend group from that I met at a car meet. And like they were just kind of like, "Oh, you should bring a car. Like we're all gonna go. You should join." I was like, "Okay, like I'll do it once. We'll try it. We'll see." But like when I was going through, I got really nervous, and I was like, "How am I gonna remember this?" So I separated from them, and I walked it by myself, and I walked it like 3 or 4 times. Okay,
because walking alone is very important.
I don't want to mess it up, and I want to have time to focus on this.
Right
now, when I walk the course, I try to like visually be able to go through it with my eyes closed. Trying to just give the inputs of where I'm going left, where I'm going right, when it's a longer turn left, when it's a longer turn right. And that's just helped me as I become a better driver. I take it a little more seriously. I try to get more competitive, which more videos to come on all of that stuff. But I think that's a great stepping stone is walking it multiple times.
Yes.
Walk with your friends in the beginning, whatever. Like you're excited, it's fun, hanging with boys or girls, whoever.
Whoever comes out.
Yeah. But then like try to take some time to like walk it by yourself. Take the time to think about what you need to do. And it's only going to help you excel and get better faster. And that's like what we all want. Like, it's fun to see your times drop throughout the day. And that's kind of my goal as a novice instructor is to allow people to do that. Take 3, 4, 5 seconds off their run, if not more, and feel great and enjoy it.
Right.
So,
I would say another thing too, like as we're talking like walking course, is like the novice instructor, like you're going to be a great one. You just know how to talk through it, but like not everyone's going to be going to Iowa region. Yeah. or like let's say you got to miss one, right? Even if like the course or novice instructor, not course instructor, novice instructor is like, oh, like the same thing with the question, right? If it doesn't make sense, you go ask someone else.
Yep.
But your first event, pay attention to like who's really fast, who's really good, who looks like they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And if you want to come back another time and you're walking the course, you have questions about certain spots, be friendly with them, go ask, hang out, ask like, hey, can we spend 20 minutes just walking through the course, talk me through it, stuff like that.
All the new people, our region, all regions, really, people are super nice.
Ask
questions. Like, I feel like you're excelling right now because you've asked questions. You've kind of voiced like, hey, this is something I'm really interested in.
Yes.
How do I get better? What can I do? Give me feedback. Drive my car. There's a bunch of different things like that really help you kind of excel or accelerate that progress that you can make. And like all regions are great. All regions have their people that you can go to and kind of just asking around. People will start pointing you in the right direction. And then you get in contact with them and it just domino affects what they're teaching you, what you can learn from them. And it just makes it more enjoyable. So
yeah, that's the thing with autocross, right? It's like if you talk to no one during the whole day, you're not getting that good of a time.
Yeah.
But this is what I say about autocross to like people who like aren't car people. I'm like, just think of like a big car meet, except you get to watch other people drive the balls off their car all day.
Yeah.
And there's always someone just like redlining.
It really is. Like even working the course, right? You get to know the 4 people there if you're able to be around them. Sometimes you got to spread out a little bit more depending on the course.
Yeah. My first one, I think it was the last Iowa City one. So yeah, that would have been my first one. First corner I worked on paired with Max.
Yeah.
And like that, hats off to Drew. Yeah, hats off to Drew for making that happen.
Yeah.
Because I mean Max is one of the best people a first timer could be with, right?
Yeah.
Because he's super knowledgeable, super nice.
Yeah.
And if you have questions, he's got it, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean being paired with someone like that, like if the region director knows it's your first time, they're like, oh hey, I'm gonna put him on a corner with someone like you or Max or LRB, right?
Try to set them up.
Yeah.
I think that's something like we'll try to get in place more of like I like processes.
Right.
I like that. Trying to get stuff in place like that of how we can help the novices, whether it's videos, setting them up to succeed, trying to figure out for me like what things I can do to progress people, kind of having a plan to go about it. And then even little things like that, throwing them on a corner with somebody, giving them the experience to like run the radio and have the flag, setting up grid, giving opportunities to help set up the course because we need help with that.
Grab chalk.
Yeah, chalking the cones.
Chalk it up.
There's just different aspects like that. Like Iowa City, we got to fill the holes.
Yes.
Like we got to do concrete work. It's not the most fun thing ever, but it makes the venue better for all of us.
Yeah.
So it's
like, I mean, if you're multiple people there, I mean, you're talking shop and having a good time.
It's a good time overall because like, like this area is better now. It's way better than what
it's better. I'm hanging out with people that are interested in the same things I am.
Exactly.
Right.
And you just continue to build those relationships. It's like, that's one of my favorite things about autocross is the relationship I have because of it. This right now, this may be
this first episode,
like it's kind of crazy. But continuing that and building upon it is kind of my personal goal to see where it can take us, and all of us, not just myself.
Right.
With that, what's your future plans for the car?
How in the future are we going? I mean, I'm going to be Jim with this car. I'm going to be 60 years old someday.
So, what's the plans this year?
This year. So, I still need to get Vorschlag camber plates. I'm hoping, I think online they said they can go up to like negative 3.5 camber in the front, which I'm like, max it out, dude.
Yeah.
Give me that. Because it's like, I mean, how much does this thing weigh?
3,600.
36? A little bit lighter than mine. But, I mean, it's still a heavy, relatively heavy car, right?
Yeah.
So, it's like with a heavy car, it's like, I want as much native camber in the front, with the tires that are going to be doing all the steering and handling.
Yeah.
I'm trying to just get that contact patch like totally like flat when I'm at max G.
Yeah.
Right. So definitely going with that. Then rear camber arms just to help get more because
you got new wheels, right?
I do have new wheels. So I don't know if they can see this in the video, or if it's
I think they can see it. They can see it on your side or my side.
Yeah, so I got 18x11 Apex wheels.
Yep.
Not cool like Skylar going with silver, but I had to go black because of the red car, red and black.
Yep.
And yeah, so rear camber arms, front camber plates, wheels, spacers.
You're gonna go the new RE71 RZs or whatever they're.
The RZs, yeah. I'm just chomping at them. I keep messaging Drew like every
all
week.
the YouTube videos I see on them. Everyone's like, they are so good. I like. I'm a
stop, dude. I'm gonna stop at Penguin after
Do you know Legends Media?
No, I don't.
So his name is Dustin. Sponsored by Bridgestone. Love him. Actually, there's a reason Gabby and I want to travel to Japan.
Really?
Yeah. Super cool guy, but he was just driving a bunch of tracks out in Japan with his Evo.
That's
super
sweet.
cool Evo. Yellow it's sick. There's a whole other conversation though.
Right.
But he just obviously he's sponsored by him. He's gonna push it a little bit.
Right.
But I truly do think there's gonna be a really good tire. There's been a couple other videos I've seen too, and they've given feedback like that. So I even know just I went from RT660s to RE71 RSs. So I skipped the R generation,
right,
or whatever. And that was a huge step up. So if they actually did this tire even better, I'm super excited for that.
Yeah.
So it'll be great for you, especially wider tires, dude. And then even more tires.
Don't even talk about wider tires.
It's gonna be great for you,
dude. It's gonna be great. So also, I guess, can I slip in an intermediate tip here?
Yeah.
So something I noticed. So I talk to Taylor a lot in regards to Mustang platform, and I'm talking. I'm oh, what width should I get for my 18x11?
Yep.
He's like, okay, I'm not going to tell you because every tire and every tire manufacturer is different.
Yep.
But on Tire Rack, you can go in and select the size, and it'll tell you the exact ratios of everything of the tire that you would ever have a question on.
Yep.
It'll tell you the exact width of the 295. It'll tell you the weight of the tire alone too.
Yeah.
Which, if you're trying to min-max your rotational mass on your car, sadly the AO52s are lighter.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to just get all the nerd stats, Tire Rack has that.
Yeah.
So that's something I actually learned pretty recently.
Yeah. And that's something I personally throw that all in Drew at Penguin Garage, to be honest.
Yeah.
I just kind of trust him. He's gonna give me what I need. And then my goal is to just drive my car as hard as I can.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not a big numbers guy. I'm a big when I film my videos in my car, when I make a mistake, I say it out loud. So it's on the video. So I can go back, and when I'm reviewing it in my car afterwards, I'm like, oh, that's where I messed up. Brake sooner. Brake later. Get on the gas sooner.
Yeah.
Less of an import. Stay wider here.
That's smart.
I try to give myself those cues because I believe my car is set up the way it is, right? But then when I'm there on the course that day, that's where I have to give myself those things to make it where I'm driving the car as best as it can be. And every day is different. Tires are different. Heat's different. All that different stuff that adds up. And it's just making those fine adjustments. And sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. I've said brake later, and then all of a sudden I'm blowing through the cones, and it just pushes all the way through. So it's that fun. Everything we do with cars is fun. Is the best part.
Oh yeah.
But it is that cool. How nerdy do you want to go? There's a bunch of sources.
There's so much information out there that it would take days.
Yeah, it is so much. And I don't know, I don't want to go into that realm because there's people out there that know it, and I just want to use them and not really soak it up, but just be give me what I need, and I'm gonna run it and see what happens. So.
Finding people like Drew at Penguin, or if people are looking at this or watching this video outside of Iowa, find your local performance shop, or just go to Autocross and just talk to people. Figure out where they're doing their alignment or getting their tires mounted if they're not doing it themselves. Those people probably know a lot. So I guess that's another novice tip. Identify, if you want, who knows what about what. Right.
And sometimes you'll get, it's just me coaching you, right? It might not work for you. Maybe it doesn't work for your car. So having a filter on that to an extent, because if you would go out and maybe you bought 18x9 wheels, that's not what your car needs, right? That's not information.
Those are pizza cutters.
That doesn't provide you anything,
right?
So make sure it's valuable information. Don't be scared to do your own research. Find somebody you trust. like whoever that is, like Taylor.
Right.
Taylor does know a lot.
Yes.
Same
Find
thing,
forums.
Drew. Yeah,
Forums. There's
stuff out
a
there
forum
everywhere.
for every car.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like, there's like whole Mustang forums by generation, but then there's Track Mustangs online or Facebook.
Or if you drive a Toyota Prius, shout out to Dave the Prius.
Dave the Prius, yeah. Josh,
he's
Baez,
just like, he's just like sending it, messing around, trying to figure out stuff.
Yes,
that's a whole nother aspect to get into. That's fun,
dude.
That's the best part. It's fun for all of us. Whatever you want to do.
Let's actually make a quick PSA because nothing annoys me more when I talk to people and I'm like, you should just give autocross one chance. Yeah. They're like, oh, I don't have a sports car. Like, you don't need a sports car.
Like, there's certain rollover ratings and like stuff like that, dude, but like overall,
someone with like their like Civic.
Yeah.
Shout out Emery. Yeah. And Brent, right? They're just coming in Civic SI. Dude, I have double their horsepower, double or triple their torque. Yeah. And they're just smoking me. I'm like, so in a sense, it's like, Miatas are like, oh, the pseudo king of autocross because they're just so tiny and nimble and you can soup them up to whatever. Yeah. But you don't need something insane to just go drive around some cones. Yeah. That's really just what autocross is.
It's fun. You don't have to be competitive.
No, you can
be
just
competitive with yourself. Try to beat yourself throughout the day.
Right.
Like that's what matters in the beginning. Then you start to find that person at Bonnie. For me, we just battle back and forth. It's that fun time to be like, is this person beating me today? Right. Am I beating them today?
Right.
You build relationships out of that. We're really good friends because of that.
Yeah.
No different than you and I. You bet me a beer.
I
did.
Did me. Battle for a beer.
Yeah. And like that stuff is fun. It makes it where we all went out to eat at Big Grove, right?
Yeah, that was great. That was a great time.
Like 8 of us there. So it's just like the community aspect. It's amazing. I love everything about autocross. That's why I want to start videos like this.
Yes.
Interact with more people, kind of explain their story. So with that, send me a DM if you want to be in the next video.
Do it.
We'll set up the cars in here. Goal is to hopefully have the garage door open someday. We'll sit outside when it's warm and then shine the camera right back into the garage. We'll just chill and hang out. I'm starting to get cold already because the heater cannot run or my fuse will blow. So I don't know about you, but
it is a little nippy.
Yeah.
But that's all right.
This has been great.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, dude.
Yeah. We'll see what happens in the next episode.
Great.
All right. Whenever you're ready.
Okay.